up there, dude? So first, today as promised, I'm going to show you how you can balance a tire using a bubble balancer. Now I already gone ahead and got this out of the box. This came in 3 pieces. This top piece right here, the base, and then this post. And all you have to do is basically just attach this post to the base using a couple of nuts and washers that's supplied with the kit. And just make sure you tighten this all the way so that this is not wobbly or it's not, crooked. Make sure you go as in straight and it's tightened properly. Next, basically you want to go around your garage and find a spot on your garage floor that's as even as possible. Now, it doesn't have to be exactly even, but you want to get it as close as you can, since there are screws on the top of this that's going to help you fine tune it and get it to even, but you want to start off as even as possible. And you can just use this too. You can just go ahead, go around your garage, place this in different spots and find the spot that's as close to even as possible. I already gone ahead and done this, and this is a pretty good spot for me to start off, so I'm going to set up this piece right here. Before we put that piece on the top here, let me just show you how this is going to work. Basically, this pointer here needs to, first of all, you want to inspect that, make sure there's no damage to it, and then before we actually put this piece on the top here, we're gonna go ahead and put some grease on this pointer so that when we put the balancer on top here, that thing can pivot freely on this pointer. And another thing is that you want to make sure this is dead center when you put this in. See that hole, that little tiny hole at the bottom of this piece? That's what's going to need to sit exactly on the top of this pointer in order for this to work. Now this is easier said than done. When you go to put this in, it's going to be off center, and you're going to have to dive underneath and take a look up and then adjust it and then get it on there exactly spot on. Alright, here we go. Alright, now we get the top piece on. Again, you're going to have to be dead on. In fact, might as well dive underneath and make sure. Okay? Actually, I think I got it. Alright. And you can test this by just tapping it on the side, and it should move around freely. Alright, and as you can see, it's moving around without give, or it's moving around pretty freely. Also, don't spin this, because if you spin this on that pivot, you could damage the pivot and make it not even as it should be, and then you won't get a good reading when you go to balance tire. So after you get the top piece exactly on the pointer, next you want to check the bubble and see if it's centered. And as you can see, I think I've gotten lucky on this, and this is exactly in the center of where it's supposed to be. But if yours is not, and as long as it's not too far off, you can use these adjusting screws on the side to get that bubble to be exactly in the center. The more accurately you get this bubble to be in the center, the more accurately you can balance the tire. And if it's way off, you should probably move this whole piece to a different location, since the floor where this is sitting on is probably at too much of an angle. Okay, next you want to get your reel, and before you put it on this bubble balancer, if it's a used tire on the wheel, you want to inspect the tire, make sure there's no rocks or any other objects stuck in the threads, and you want to remove those, since those screws could throw off your balance. And also next, you want to remove any weights from the last time someone balanced this tire. They could be on the lip on the outside, on the inside, or if you have this stick-on weights, they could be inside of the rim itself. So as you can see, I got some here, so I'm going to remove those. But another thing is that you need to check for dirt and dried up mud too. And as you can see, I got some here on the lower side and on the upper side. So what I'm going to do is remove these weights, then I'm going to clean all this mud and dirt and debris off before I put this on our bubble balancer. Yeah, I wish I had a pressure washer. After cleaning our reel, next we're going to put the reel on top of here. The way this is going to work is that you want to make sure you remove the center cap from your wheel, and then when you set up the wheel here, these are all spring loaded, and it's gonna go down as you put the wheel on, and this center cone-shaped piece is what's gonna center your wheel on top of here. Okay, now with the wheel on, then we take a look at our bubble, and as you can see, our bubble is off center. In fact, it's pointing in this direction. That means that there is less weight here on the tire and more weight here, therefore our tire is a little bit tilted this way. So in order to balance that out, we're going to get some weights and we're going to start placing them around the edge here until we get that bubble to go back towards exactly in the center. I got these both half ounce and quarter ounce wheel weights. I'll start with the half ounce ones and then I'll finish up with the quarter ounces. And as you place each wheel weight, you want to wait a little bit for things to settle, so that way you don't put too much weight. And here's a close-up look at how the bubble is centered. As you can see, it's exactly in the center. And there's our weights. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make a mark right here in the middle, and then we're going to transfer that mark all the way to the back, and then we're going to stick those weights to the back of our wheel. There we go. Just run this down. And these are dry erase markers. Don't want to, I can just wipe this off the wheel. Alright, next we just remove this backing paper of these weights and just stick them on here. Just make sure you center them according to the mark you made earlier. Alright, and that's all there is to it. Now between this bubble balancer and the manual tire changer, I'm hoping I don't have to go to tire shops for a long time. And also, if you don't know, you can get new tires at your local Walmart. You can just order them online on their website and then they send it to your nearest Walmart, and then you can just pick it up and just use these tools to replace your own tires, and that way you can even save even more money. With that said, I hope this video helps people out there. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more like it, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.